Alright, well, I just hit some of that sweet leaf, and I have decided that I'm coming in here. I'm putting the hog on the table and I'm cranking it. We are going to talk. And I want to talk about the Larptubing stuff. Don't want to talk about anyone in particular because I don't know anyone in particular. Like, I'm not informed about this, right? Like, I just want to talk about the trend itself, I guess. And, it's kind of odd to me. Like, I'll get to why here in a second, but I just think the whole trend is really, really odd in and of itself. But like, I don't know. It just really, really, really perplexes me. Like, I get why they're doing it, and I understand the fun of it, and like where the people are coming from on it. Like, you can tell that the people are doing it are having fun with it. I still find it fucking odd, right? Okay. So I want to start off by saying I am completely uninformed about this topic. I do not watch any LARP tubers. I've very, 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 very briefly learned about the techno LARP thing, which I'm not going to be talking about entirely. I just want to talk about the like just the flat trend, okay? But I will admit I am misinformed, so if I get shit wrong, that's fine. I'm not going to be mad about being corrected. Like, the reason that I'm yapping about this right now is because I want to foster a discussion on this and just kind of gather more opinions and learn more about the situation from other people. So, that's what the comment section is for. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. That shit doesn't matter to me. I low key just want to talk and get this stuff figured out. Or just learn more about it from other people's perspective. Because to me, the big things that I think are odd about it is the established fan bases, the like hanging on to nostalgia, the whole the impersonation aspect, and those are really the big three that I have. Like, I think because there's already an established fan base for these content creators that people are LARPing as. I hate that fucking word. That they're like pretending to be, right? They're impersonating. I think because there's already an established fan base that it's easier for people to build that following and it's easier for people to get in to the content creation sphere than it is for somebody coming in as themselves. And to me that just kind of like seems from my perspective as a complete outsider looking in that you're just at that point riding the coattails of somebody else's success to come in to the content creation sphere and like grow your audience. And I find that odd. I just think making money and success off of other people's brands is weird. But if they're not making money, if they're literally just doing it for the love of the game, I get it, I guess. I still find it odd, but I go for it. I I when I bring up the nostalgia of it, the thing that I have gathered from things that I've just heard through and through with the people that I've been around talking about it lately is like there's like a I think it's Larptubing, for example. They were saying that like Larptubing, for example, just does it for the love of the game, right? Like they just really enjoy what they're doing. They enjoy old era Markiplier and they're recreating it as a LARP tuber. Okay? And there's nothing inherently wrong with that, right? But sometimes I guess like part of me just sees it as more of like how do I put this? It's like a not a refusal to let go of things, but like a craving for what used to be. Like, oh man, I miss old Markiplier. I wish old Mark would come back. And so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be old Mark, and those other people that have that same sentiment come in and they see this and they're like, "Wow, this is just like old Mark. I really missed this. Welcome back, Markiplier, but not Markiplier," which is fine. You can miss that old content all you want. Like there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I still think that you can do it as yourself. Like there shouldn't have to be the need to want to be somebody else or like impersonate somebody. You can reference someone's style and replicate it just fine without needing to act like you are that person. And again, it might not be that they're fully pretending they're this person. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch this content. I am a complete outsider to all of this. So I could be flat out wrong. And if I'm flat out wrong, just tell me. That's fine. But like if the way that I see it, right, is if there is already an established audience that is looking for something that reeks of old YouTuber styles, like Markiplier, for example, like if they're missing old Mark, you can still get that from someone else that feels the same. It doesn't have to be Larptubing, like, oh, I'm LARPing as him. Like, no, you could be like, I'm fucking the shit ass, whatever, whatever their username is, you know what I mean? And that's the content that they make, and that type of content goes crazy because there's already an established audience. What I'm saying is, I feel you could still have the success and you could still create the content and people would still enjoy it, regardless of if you're pretending to be this person or not. And, like, I get it. Time eats all things, like they're getting older. The content creators you used to love as a kid are getting older. Their styles are changing. Their opinions are changing. Their life is changing. So are you. You are growing just as much as they are. Like time is going to eat everything. There's nothing wrong with nostalgia. Nostalgia is fucking a beautiful feeling to have. To be able to look back and reminisce on something is just like and savor what used to be is incredible. And it's nice to want to return to that. There's not like I said, there's nothing inherently wrong with that at all. It's doing it as yourself that I feel like is the important part. And I know I'm yapping in circles. I'm fucking zooted to the moon right now as I'm recording this, so I apologize. But I it's so weird cuz just knowing the trend exists and looking at this trend from such like a doomer perspective makes it feel to me if I were to wear these glasses of doom and despair and agony and look at this situation as somebody who doesn't like it and doesn't understand it, you know, then it just seems like they're doing it with impersonation on top because they can easily yoink viewers from the already established fan base instead of having to start from scratch. I'm not saying that that's the case. Like, I'm not saying that that's what these people are doing. I'm not saying that all of them are in it for content or success. I'm not saying any of them are. I'm not pointing out anyone in particular. I just think you can grow that same community and people would still eat it up as you. And I guess that's really the crux of what I wanted to talk about. Because I know I'm talking in circles, right? I get it. But, like, I don't know. I The whole idea of it is amazing. I think the idea of LARP tubing is incredible. Like what they're going for and what they're trying to accomplish, I think is perfect. Like there's nothing wrong with wanting to return to those things. Fucking go for it. And if I'm wrong about the yoinking viewers from like already established people, like if I'm wrong and that's not the case with these LARP tubers, tell me. You know, because that is like a doomist perspective to have, that they're just coming in it for not evil, but personal gain, which might not be how people feel about it. And if that's it, I'm willing and fully 100% open to being corrected on it. Do I think it's a lazy way to make content? Kind of. Oh, my dogs are going crazy. Baroo! I guess like the impersonation side I feel is kind of lazy, but there is effort that goes into making that kind of content. Like from what I understand about Techno LARP, for example, there was a lot of effort required to do replicate the editing, the style, the way that people talk about it. You know, like there is effort that goes into it, but why not use that effort on you? Why not build your own base and have something that people want to look at from you instead of wanting to be someone else? I just I don't know. Like I said, I'm vastly outnumbered here, vastly uninformed about the situation. So I don't know anything about this, and I can admit that. Am I gonna do more research on it? No. I don't watch the content. I don't have an interest in watching the content. I don't find it interesting in and of itself, which is fine. You're allowed to disagree with that. Um, just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you can't like it. You know what I mean? But regardless, I just wanted to kind of like grow a discussion around this and see how you guys are feeling and like what the more bigger consensus is. I've been reading a lot of comments on places and just kind of cycling back and forth through different people's perspectives on it, and it seems so divided. And I get why, but I hope people, can kind of just like come to a consensus together without tearing communities apart because of how divisive a trend like this could be or could get. But I guess at the end of the day, you be you, do what you want to do, just be you. That's the only takeaway that I've really gathered from this. And if you disagree, let's talk about it. All right, I am out of here. Peace.